feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't widen.
How to understand that there's nothing between God and you. Hello friends, this is Yundal, and today's share is about understanding that there's nothing between God and you. This is just a share from my own life experiences as I live in my spiritual lifestyle day by day, and I am sharing with you what I learned. Every day as I read, I'm thinking of you, what I'm going to share, what I'm going to talk about. I am sharing with you some things that helps me in order for me to live my best life. I have to work on with myself. Many times it's hard, it's very painful living here in this foreign country alone. But I survive life because I know I am not alone and God is with me all the time. He is my anchor. He is the creator of myself. I trust Him, I believe in Him, and I know He helps me every day. I am sharing with you what I have read, understanding that there's nothing between God and you is very important. And why is that? Many times I heard from others, I heard from my friends that they are blaming God of their situation. They're blaming God of their difficulties. They're blaming God of their problems. But remember, as a human being, we are the one creating our problems. And why is that? Because of our poor decision, because of our poor thinking, we jump into conclusion to do the thing which we thought it is right for us. And then we are in a difficult situation. Blaming God is not the solution to our problem. God allows it to happen to us, for us to repent, for us to acknowledge Him. There is nothing between you and God. Why you blame Him of your situation? Why you are doing this and that? If you trust Him, that He is the one breathing His life onto you every day, believe me, you don't have the time to blame Him. Because He loves us, He allows things to happen to us. There's no such thing as blaming, because there is nothing between you and God. He gives you the choice to believe in Him, to follow Him or not. You are doing what you want to do with your life because He gives you the choice to make your own path, to make your own decision. All we have to do is to ask Him to guide us to the decision we make. Therefore, it is very important before we decide into something, we have to take it to the Lord in prayer. Before we are going to do something with our life, we have to pray for it. When you pray for it, asking God to guide you, asking God for His presence to do the right decision in your life, really, there's nothing between you and God, because He gives you the freedom of choice to do what you want to do with your life. But if we call upon Him, He will guide us, He will lead us, He will stand by us through thick and thin. Therefore, this is the key. Before acting into something, before doing into something, before jumping into conclusion, we have to ask His guidance. Therefore, prayer and meditation is a good thing to practice when you are going to decide a huge thing for your life. Believe me, He will be there for you when you can simply ask Him to be with you. There's nothing between God and you because He is your trusted friend. God's trusted friends are we as His children. The Bible mentions many times when there were special people that God chose to be His trusted friends, who is shared things that He didn't share with everyone. He gave them His plan of action, His motives, and even revealed His desires. He chose friends who chose Him, and He was close to them because of all the time they spent together. God knew their hearts, and they were loyal and trustworthy. There is only one way to become one of God's trusted friends, and that is to spend time with Him every day. Talk to Him and allow Him to be your very best friend. There is no better friend than you could ever have than Jesus. Remember, there's nothing between you and Him because He is already your best friend. He listens to the prayer of His children and takes into consideration their requests and heart's desire as He moves forward to His answer. The Bible tells of times when God even altered His original plans because of the persistent prayers of His friends who had proved worthy of His trust. Every real and true friendship has two main ingredients, loyalty and trust. Without those two characteristics, there is no real friendship. So it is with God. He values your friendship demonstrated by an unselfish, relentless pursuit of His will. No matter the cost, won't you decide today to become one of God's trusted friends? As it says in John 15:13-15, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life to his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. It continues in the book of Psalms. And as for me, thou upholdest me in mine integrity, and sittest me before thy face forever. And in Psalm 63:3, because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. These are the verses that give us the meaning of true friendship with God. So we don't have the right to blame God what is happening with our life, because we are His children and we are His trusted friends as well. As what I have learned from this reading, that there's no between us and God, because we are His children. We are His trusted friends. and all our life, He breathed His life onto us to live a good life. But He allowed us to have a decision, to have a choice if we're going to live with Him or not. And I am sharing this with you because I experienced a lot of things in my life journey, difficulties and hardships, but I never ever blame God of my difficulties. I never blame God of my hardships because I know all these trials and difficulties in life, He wants me to experience it so I can live with Him in all eternity. So I can keep calling Him for help. So He is in my life every day. If we all have all good things all the time, we don't have the reason to call upon God. He allow things to happen into our life so we can really understand that He is with us and He will help us. All we have to do is to keep communicating with Him every day. There is no other love you can compare than God's love. God's love is eternal. God's love is forever, and He is going to accept you no matter what are your doings, no matter how bad person you are. He is a loving God, and there's nothing between you and God. This is Yundel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for dropping here in my channel. I am very grateful to each and every one of you. I love you all, and bye-bye.
Like we feel the same, we love what we hate.